Hello everyone, it's Charla, and I have a big announcement to make today. I need all of your prayers. I've got baby Greta here, and we'll fix her hair while we're talking. My daughter Shanna, who's 44, she's perfect weight. You know, she's an athlete. She won the World Games in her age group in tumbling in Germany when she was 14, so she's always been an athlete. She's always walked, watched her weight, exercised. Well, my precious daughter has colon cancer, stage 4, with mets to the liver, one spot on the liver. So we just found this out last week. She had not had any real symptoms other than a little tiny bit of blood and a little bit of constipation. She went to her doctor a couple times and told her, and she said just take stool softener, that the blood was probably from an internal hemorrhoid. She said, you're too young to have a colonoscopy. Insurance won't pay for it until you're 50. Well, Shanna she had an uneasy feeling, and she went back to the doctor and told her that she wanted to have that colonoscopy. So she did, and the doctor came out and told my son-in-law that she had colon cancer, stage 4. So we debated what to do, whether to go to MD Anderson. Supposedly they have some really world-renowned doctors here. You'd wonder, you don't ever know for sure when you start with doctors like this. You don't really know for sure, but they seem to have a good team. They have a radiologist, and then they have the chemo doctor, and then they have the surgeon. So here's the plan right now. She starts chemo on Monday for 9 months. She's already got her report in. After those 9 months, the surgeon will come in and do surgery. He'll remove most of her colon, if not all of it, and the spot on her liver. He doesn't think she'll have to have a colonoscopy. He thinks he can save enough, or either take part of the ileum and hook it to the rectum. We don't know. I imagine this will just be, we'll have to just wait and see, because you never know how she's going to respond to chemo. But this has really taken us back. She would be the last person in our family that we think would have colon cancer. The doctors are saying now, we found out, that most insurance companies are moving the age of when you can have a colonoscopy up to maybe 30. There are people in their 20s and 30s now that are having colon cancer. They don't know why, but there's a big increase. And if there's anybody in your family that has had colon cancer, it's considered genetic. Although they're doing some other kind of genetic testing on hers. My friend that had colon cancer told me that her son had to start at age 20 to have his colonoscopies, and they told my daughter that Jade, her daughter, would have to start at the age 20 also. Pretty little. So my daughter is 44, as I said, and Jade, this will be Jade's senior year. Jade's already been accepted to go. She's academic scholarship and a tennis scholarship to go to Baptist University in Oklahoma. And so they were thrilled about that. She and Shannon went to visit a lot of schools, and they decided on that one. So I need your prayers, because God can work miracles. And it's not every day that you hear about somebody her age having colon cancer, but when I started researching, I saw some in the 20s and their 30s that were in the same, it was the same place that Shanna had it, that have fully recovered. So I know there's power in prayer. Shanna said she just wishes God would let her stay alive long enough to see Jade graduate college and maybe get married. She's not. My daughter's a good Christian. She has strong faith. She's not afraid to die. She's not. She knows she's welcome in heaven if that's what God chooses. But she would just like to stay alive for Jade. Now, my daughter said that the hardest thing about this is not that she has cancer, it's seeing how it affects her loved ones. So I try not to cry around her, but I'm so emotional that sometimes it just comes out. And she said, "It's okay, Mama, to cry." So her husband is an ICU nurse, and he works like, it's not a regular schedule. He might work 3 days on, 4 days off, 1 day on, 2 days off. So he's off quite a bit, and he'll take excellent care of her. I felt sorry for him because when she was coming out of recovery from that colonoscopy, she was still asleep, and he was messing with her nose and her eyes, and he said, I turned the camera off when the doctor came in. And this video is precious to me because it was the last time I saw my wife, and I thought she was healthy. He's a wonderful, wonderful son-in-law, and he's a wonderful husband. They only live about 10 minutes from me, so I can be a lot of help to Shanna. Jade, my granddaughter, she cleaned the whole house the other day, and she can cook. She told her mother she didn't want her to do anything but rest while she's having chemo, and she's so precious. And it's just a shock, it's just such a shock. And I know there's so many people out there that have gone through this. And my dad had chemo for 10 years. He had colon cancer. They used every chemo they had available and did some trials with him. And he did well. He didn't have a lot of side effects. He did real well. And I'm hoping that's how Shannon will do. My dad's been gone 2.5 years. And of course Shanna saw what he went through, so she's a little bit prepared. She went with him to the cancer center several times to have chemo. So I'm telling you, if you have kids in their 30s or in their 20s, if they have any symptoms, even a tiny spot of blood in their stool, or they're feeling tired, or they're having some constipation, changing bowel habits, you take them and you insist that they get their colonoscopy. Because if we would have saved about a month, probably. I don't know if that would have made a big difference, but since they're saying that it's happening more young people that, we're not aware. I had not heard that. I don't know. Maybe some of you had heard it, but I hadn't heard it. I hadn't heard that young people were getting it. And so my reborns are meaning more to me now than they ever have. I hold one all the time. Just such comfort. And the reason I'm crying is because I love so many of y'all. And you've been through so much with me, and I know that you'll pray for me. It's not because I feel sorry for myself. It's because I want my daughter. I don't want her to be in a lot of pain, and I want her to be healthy again. And I want y'all to know that I care for you. I think about so many of you every day. Some that I talk to and some that I don't, that I wish I could. God is good, but you never know. This video, this lighting is starting to be weird. You never know, folks. When God might choose to take your child, or maybe He wants her more than I do. Maybe it's her time. I don't know. And that's what she said. Mom, why would He want me now? I said, Jenna, we never know. But I said, are you afraid to die? And she said, oh no, Mother. I look forward to heaven. And she has a Snapchat channel, and she's had it for a long time, and the name of it is Can't Wait for Heaven. Isn't that ironic? Silly camera. I don't know how to do this. YouTube, we can't use their camera anymore, can we? I didn't have my tripod out, so I thought I'd just try this, taking this right off my computer. We'll see how it works. If it doesn't, if it's not pretty, at least you'll know why and what's going on. My mother's taking it real bad. Shanna's like her own child. She said she thanked me for letting her have such a, well, I allowed her to do anything with Shanna that she wanted. She said, thank you for sharing Shanna with me all these years. And that's enough crying, Charlotte. You just got to stop. So, I wanted to tell you what's going on and let you know that I still am into my reborns. I love them so much. This is Greta. Oh. That's all I know. I'm at a big lupus fair right now. Well, you can imagine finding that out. My son-in-law's called and just says, Shanna's got cancer. I mean, I nearly fainted. And he said, what part do you not understand? Do you not believe me, or did you not hear me? He was angry. He was so angry that she had it. And I said, no, I'm just in shock. But he's calmed down. They were over here the other day, and he had to leave. He said, I need to leave for a few minutes. And I knew he needed to just go somewhere and cry. So, he did. He's sensitive. Plus, he's a nurse, and he knows what she's going to be going through. Well, that's enough of that. I hope that y'all are all doing well. It's a beautiful day here today. And I think that I'll get out and soak a little of that sunshine up. And maybe change some more of the babies. So God bless to all of you. And please remember my daughter Shanna in prayer, that she won't be in a lot of pain. And that those cancer cells will just be knocked out. Well, from the Panhandle of Texas, I love you. And thank you for being my friend. Goodbye.